Wellness Show, episode 209. Welcome to the Wellness Show, a podcast on health and wealth. I'm your host, Tyhson Banighen, the founder of the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy. Join me as we get the latest insight, tips, and strategies from wellness providers, coaches, and successful, heart-centered entrepreneurs, and much, much more. Welcome to the Wellness Show, and this is Tyhson Banighen, the energy detective and the illuminator, bringing you into the light and humanity. And today we're talking with Darlene Tuner, and the topic for today is living consciously. So this is a very interesting topic. So Darlene, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Tyhson. I just wanted to correct, because I know on Zoom I'm Darlene Tuner, but I'm actually going under Darlene Turner now, my new married name. So I haven't changed it on Zoom yet. So I'm doing good though.
Great. So tell us about this topic.
Well, I just wanted to share with everybody about bringing this consciousness into our everyday life. I find that even within myself, we have this knowledge. And how do we bring it in so that we can apply it to our everyday life to change our lives for the better? So this is why I wanted to come on and share with you. It's also, I will be doing a tour this summer, and it is part of what I'm teaching with the tour. So I wanted to share with everybody and get it out there that let's bring heaven to earth now. Let's instead of just talk the talk, let's walk the walk.
So when you say bringing heaven to earth, what's the process that you're thinking about? Is it what are the stepping stones, or is it a state of consciousness, or how do we get there?
Okay, well, with consciousness, it's really applying it to everyday life. I find in my life, and I see other people's lives, how stressed people are and how they run from one thing with job to running with kids to getting home and getting supper, and it just seems like all day it's just run nonstop go. And that's part of what's geared up with society nowadays. It's you have the big homes, you have the big bills, and both people have to work. And it's really shifting out of that hamster wheel of running into a life that drops down more into the heart, more connectedness, and a lot less stress. And a lot of times that involves a huge life change for people. It involves, really deciding, what do you want out of life? Do you want to be in that high stress your whole life and be running all the time, or it's a big choice, right? A decision. Do you want to let some of the balls drop and really change life for a more peaceful, more in harmony, a healthier life, and a simpler life, really? So this is the first step, is to really observe your life and decide, what do you really want? And from there, life is choices. So it's deciding that I do want to change my life. I do want to have that better life. I want to live with less stress and less busyness, and decide to figure out what in your life that can be dropped, and to give the person more time to just sit and be and really get in touch with their heart and their direction, and from there find what they're really passionate about as well. A lot of people are living the 9-to-5 job, not really loving what they do, and have lost touch with their core desires that, maybe it was something they had as a child that they dreamt about. And so being able to ask those important questions in that space of time that you have when you are slowed down, connected to your heart, and being able to go inside and really look at what you were meant to come and give to the earth and to other people, what unique gifts you have to share, and where is your passion and what fires you up. and to start living life from that angle. And it may just be a little step at a time. You know, a lot of people may not even know what they're passionate about and where's their drive. And so it's a case of really exploring into their life, into their heart, so maybe it's, you know, just taking some painting classes or doing some things that are creative to start those creative juices running again, because a lot of times people have been so busy that this part of them gets shut down. And so it's really that self-exploration to help reconnect to the soul, to the heart, to change the destiny into something that is positive, passionate, exciting life that's there for them.
Wow. Well, that was a lot of words, and I couldn't get a word in edgeways, but so let's back up and roll the tape a bit. So the first step is to make some conscious choices about what do you want to do with your life. Like, do you want to keep living a somewhat chaotic, overwhelming, stressful life? First of all, you have to decide whether that's what you want to do or not do, if I heard you correctly. And then the second step, if I understand it correctly, is you got some choices to make. What do you want to sort of let go of, and what do you want to hang on to as you make this transformation and change in your lifestyle? And then I think the third step was then, you know, what is it that really is your passion all about? What gets you excited about your life, and what is it that you really want to do? And that starts to narrow your focus more. Am I understanding of the sort of stepping stones that you're helping people discover?
Yes, that's definitely the beginning. It's just really looking at your life and yourself and finding where you know, maybe it is just small changes, or maybe it is big changes. It's something that you've known for a long time. Maybe it's that relationship that you're in and it hasn't been working for a long time, and it's just kind of being stuck in it and not seeing a way out. So sometimes it can be a big step and just letting everything go and restarting. But, you know, it's just really meeting a person where they're at to help do those steps that need to be taken to change.
Right. So that's what you help people do. Do you do this as a coach, or how do you do this?
Well, it's just kind of the beginning of the teachings of the workshop of really kind of busting out of, well, part of the workshop is busting out of the matrix. So, you know, that's the whole piece of society that gives us the hamster wheel and running all the time, and the high stress and the, you know, the dysfunction of the system. And so that's kind of the first step, is to really deciding that you want to change your life and looking at what could be done. And the next step would be looking at science now proves that beliefs and patterns, our thoughts, control our life. So and control our reality. So it's also looking at what programs and beliefs we have running as well. So this is the area that is the utmost importance for people to have a look at. What is going on in our thoughts? How can we be conscious on a daily basis of what's going on in our thoughts? Like, are we having those negative thoughts that project negativity into our life? Or are we able to shift our thoughts into more of a positive thought process so that positive things can show up in our life? So this is also part of living consciously.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you help people do that?
Yes, I do. I have quite a few tools in my belt to help change beliefs to positive beliefs, and to look at patterns that are playing out, and to really get to the origin of these beliefs and patterns, where they came from, whether it's on a core level, genetic level, historic level, or a soul level, and being able to mark them complete and end that program, end the loop, and the obligation that other people have to show up in our life to teach us these things. And from that way, we end the whole program, and then we can bring in, what do you want to believe? What do you want to have as a pattern or download into your life, so that now you have positive beliefs and positive people showing back up into your life in a good and healthy way.
So when you work with clients to do this, do you do it individually or are you going to do it collectively? I know you're going to be talking about this from the stage, which is a unique opportunity to reach a lot of people. And what, in 4 different places are you doing this?
Yeah, we are traveling to Toronto, San Francisco, Glastonbury, England, Vancouver, and Sedona. And each one is, there's spread out between the middle of July and to the end of September. And there will be each city is a little different, but there's a panel of 4 to 5 of us that each share our unique teachings, and so that it's all brought together as a holistic workshop, so that you can get angles. Joseph, he teaches numerology and DNA, and Maya, she's teaching breaking out of the matrix and the programs. I'm teaching how to bring conscious into your everyday life, and Justin, he's teaching about nutrition and wheatgrass, and that's his part as well. So, but each city is a little different because we have somebody that's locally joining us in the city, but for the most part, we have a group of 4 that'll be traveling.
Will you be teaching together as a group afterwards, or is it an opportunity for people to meet you and understand what your unique expertise is and then choose who they want to work with? How does it go forward from that?
It's 2 full-day workshops, and we're like a panel. So, well, not a panel, but each of us has a slot of time, and we each talk on both days, and it's all in one group as a workshop. So it's a very interactive workshop where people are going to be able to expand and communicate, and also to make those connections between each other to help each other grow as well within the class or the workshop atmosphere.
Well, sounds really interesting. So I'm assuming that you also have your own clients where you live as well, where you can help them how to learn how to live consciously. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I recently joined Toots Spiritual Store in Enderby, and I have an office there. I do massage and energy work, as well as theta healing, access bars, intuitive through kinesiology, muscle testing, kind of a medical assessment of the body. And from there, I have a variety of different tools that help bring balance back to whatever is shown to us with muscle testing, the imbalances, so that we can bring it to balance using these variety of tools.
Yeah, let's talk a bit about your other passion, which is working with animals as well, and in particular horses, right?
Yeah, I'm a registered equine therapist, and I can, with this technique, I can work on any animal. And intuition and muscle testing and a physical assessment, I can go through the animal, and depending on what comes up, it could be next to anything. It could be cranial bones, it could be your nervous system, it could be organs, it could be whatever. It's an awesome way to be able to tap into the smart body of the animal, which is what we're muscle testing, the subconscious part, and really find those deep core issues that normally there wouldn't technically be an answer to. A lot of times if you take them to the vet, they are just unsure of exactly, well, we do this test, but we're not sure exactly what's wrong. So this is a real awesome way to pinpoint it. And then from there, using, like I say, a variety of tools. Maybe it's herbs, and I've been starting to work with horses that have been off the racetrack, that are stressed, overwhelmed, trauma, and being able to work with them on that level to bring down those beliefs and those patterns that are running as well, and change them so that this horse can have, and rider can have, a whole new beginning with the relationship. I was going to say I'm able to do a lot of this healing work through distance as well. So it doesn't matter if I can physically go, I can tap into the animal no matter where you are in the world, and communicate with it. So let you know what's going on. And I have, as an example, I helped out a friend of mine. Her dog had been bitten by a snake in the eye, a poisonous snake, and so they weren't sure whether the dog was going to survive. They had it at the vet, and through energy work and tapping into the dog, what I did is put the dog on dialysis energetically, and ran the blood system through the dialysis to clear all the poison out. And then energetically as well, I was moving it through the tissues and the organs to just drain everything out and clean the dog out. And the dog is recovered and doing really, really well. So that's just a little example of being able to tap into anything, anywhere, and do pretty much anything. Just, it's your intent and your focus that can and belief that can really do the work, because we're all connected.
Yeah, I like that, which means that, your sensitivity, your intuitive, your heart connection with animals will serve you well with humans, because you can bypass all that intellectual stuff that we have as humans that can get in the way, and get around it intuitively and do the deeper work like you do with the horse. So I see the two techniques, whether it's animal communication, or for some of us it's also human communication. We need to use the same sort of techniques to get to the deeper levels that are not so easy to find, because they're overburdened with so much of our belief systems. So I have to say, from my perspective, being on the table with you, I really do respect your ability intuitively to go to the areas of stress and be able to release them so that the body can self-correct. So I know that you have that gift. So as a mentor and a coach, helping people get from where they are to where they want to be in the shortest amount of time, and having the toolbox, including being able to do massage if that's in person, how do people get hold of you, and how do they work with you?
Well, you can get a hold of me at my email at Darlene, TLC, healinghands@gmail.com. I also have a Facebook page, TLC Healing Hands, as well as a website that I please ask you to check out, because it is actually pretty awesome. It's got everything kind of broken down of the healing modalities that I do, and a good explanation of everything. And that is at tlchealinghands.com.
So as we're about to wrap up the show, what would you like to leave the listeners with?
Well, I would like to leave the tip about living consciously. It's really about being able to stay at a neutral state where you're not on this highs and lows, and you're emotionally, it just taxes out your nervous system, being emotionally stressed. And so being able to just kind of have some tools to bring yourself down, take some breaths, go to the park, whatever it is, to maintain that neutrality so that you're not fluctuating the highs and the lows. And it's so important for your nervous system, because it's now proven that your cells, it's the environment you're putting your cells in. So if they are in this state of high stress, they are on fight or flight all the time, and they don't actually have time to rebuild and rejuvenate and thrive. So it's so important, I would stress that, to really be able to maintain a calm and a peace, and not be juggled around with the situations in life. And just really taking that time to meditate, to slow down, to go within and really find your direction and what you're passionate about, and connect with your team of spiritual helpers, guides, and be mindful in your day. Take that time, enjoy your meal, don't wolf it down, and just, and always give thanks. thanks for everything. You know, get up in the morning, thank your bed, thank your pillow, you know, like, and just really be grateful with that part. And one last thing is that I wanted to share is that it's so powerful to program your water. Put love on the side of your bottle, or just program it with peace, because as you drink your water, it's going through into every cell throughout your whole body. We're proven that we're almost pure water, 70 to 90% or whatever it is. And so with that, you can affect every cell in your body, and it is a very powerful tool.
Well, lots of hot tips for everybody to help you be conscious in every moment of the day, to remember who you are, that you're connected to Source. Thank you ever so much, Darlene, for being on the show, and we'll get you back. And so when's your first on-stage event? When's it coming up, and where?
July the 14th, 15th in Toronto, the Saturday, Sunday. Friday night we have kind of like a social, and then the 2 days are the workshops. Welcome to check out the website with that. It's breathingconscious.com. And then we fly the very next weekend to San Francisco, and I believe that's the 20th and 21st of July. And the Sedona one at the end of September, she's going to have 3 different packages. So one will be like a retreat, and or the next package can be, you can just get your own hotel or just the workshop. So there'll be a variety there, as well as Glastonbury. Please, if you want to do a holiday trip there, come and join our workshop there. And if you don't want to travel too far, come and join us in Vancouver in September as well.
Sounds like a lot of fun to me. All right, Darlene, great to have you on the show. Lots of luck on this world tour. It sounds like a lot of fun, a lot of travel, a lot of experience, meeting lots of people. So if you feel a connection with Darlene and what she has to offer with you about living consciously, how to get hold of her, if you weren't able to write down all that information, will be in the show notes. So give her a call and let her help you change your life for the better. So bye for now, Darlene. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, Tyson. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye for now.
For quality online wellness products, courses, and services, visit our sponsors, thewellnessstore.ca and the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy located at thewellnessacademy.ca. To stay in touch, visit us at thewellnessshow.ca. And until next time, be healthy, wealthy, and wise.